Welcome to Flower Friday. Let's create gorgeous fabric flowers together. Let's start with the products I think I'll be using today. And the first of all, it's the flower cutting dies. These are from the Stamperia set. It also has 2 leaves in the set and 2 really pretty labels. I will show you how the die cut looks. And then we've got 2 sizes and 2 flowers of each size. And I will be using these for my flowers today. It's a super pretty set. Let me just put that on the side. And I will also show you, look at the die cuts for the labels. Super, super pretty. I did them just with the brown and cream cardstock. This is pattern paper, but they are gorgeous. The one thing I want to mention when die cutting the fabric, so I got the fabric here and the paper. I do have a separate video explaining how to die cut, but just to remind you, if you are die cutting the fabric, it's easier when you have one layer of a copy paper underneath. This makes the die cutting just sharper. The fabric I use, it's a cotton fabric, stiffened previously. I've got those 2 colors here. I store it like that in my drawers. And again, video about the stiffening the fabric, it's also on my channel. I will not be doing that in every flower making video. So these are my die cuts, ready to be decorated and shaped. For shaping, I will use these ball tools from Stamperia. It's good to have a poke tool as well. You may use it. These have no holes in the middle. So if we want to use stamens, which today I'm not sure I will use, then we need to make a hole. For shaping, I will also use this iron. This is a mini iron by Clover. This is a combination. So the iron do not come with that tip. You need to order that separately. I will provide the links below the video. One more time, the video explaining this tool, how I combine both, it's on my channel. For shaping, I will also use this mat from Stamperia. This is heat proof, so you can use it directly with that tool. To add some texture to my flowers, I thought about using stamps. I've got few just to show you that it doesn't have to be a specific one. I do like to use text. This stamp is very old. I may use it today. Then the stamps from Stamperia. This is from Timeless collection. This is really good for the flowers as well. And then I got one from Simon's Stamp. It has a text here as well. So I may use all 3 just to show you that, you know, if you have any text stamp, it will be okay. Then the spotty center, which I like to create, this is from my stamp from Timeless collection. I'm not sure if it's still available, but I know another brand that makes flower centers, so I will link that in the description box below the video. I also like to use a yoga mat cut into pieces, especially when I need to make holes in my flowers or when I gluing them together. This is very cheap way. If you will buy one mat, it will last you forever. So I cut it into small pieces, and I like to use it when I'm gluing the flowers. Then for the centers, I really like to use the beads, wooden beads. I ordered that box on Amazon, and the smaller beads, you can see that I used some. These are the perfect size for my flowers. And I also have from Amazon, what are these, like metal beads, and I will link them. Hopefully I can find them. They are super cute. They are like hollow, you know, they're not solid beads. I like to use them in the flower centers as well. So what else? Glue. I like to use hot glue. You can use any strong glue, I think. Maybe glue for fabric would be good, and you may need scissors. For the inks, I got those two. This one is really old and I never re-inked it, so it's not as strong as it's supposed to be. That's why I like to use it, but I also like this Stamperia Coffee. This one, this is Acorn Archival ink. But yeah, because I'm today I'm creating with browns, that's why I got those inks. First step, it's adding the texture with the stamp. So I will create few, the spotty and the texture. So what I do, I just take a little bit of ink and then I stamp on the flowers. I like to do in the center of the flower, but of course you can maybe do on one side only, or only on one petal. So after that, I will go to text. This looks really pretty. We can also ink the centers of the flowers. I will do for some flowers today, but not for all of them. Let's do some text now. So I will start with this one. I will also ink the centers of these. Look at these, super pretty. Let's take another stamp. This is from Stamperia. Let me just go on the paper first. Okay, I'm not using the stamping block, but you can definitely do it if you want. I don't need a perfect stamping. I just want just a little bit of texture, that something is interesting happening on my flowers. So that's this, also super pretty. Last stamp, I will also try it first on the paper. Okay, this is more like a newspaper font. I do like it. The last lot also looking very good. For the shaping, I probably will not show you anything new. I did change the tool for my favorite, like a I don't know, golf tool. I will link it in the description box below the video. I do love that ending and I use it the most. It works great for any kind of flower. So with each layer, I will be shaping each layer the same way. I like to keep that tool kind of on the side, and I like to go on one half of the petal from the top to the center of the flower. So just having it not flat to the flower, just in an angle. This way I only go on one half of the petal for each petal, and then I will place it upside down and go on the other side. I mean, from the top it looks the same side, but it's the other side not shaped yet. Doing exactly the same, so going from the top to the middle of the flower. Sometimes when it's not like, I don't know, it's not shaped enough, I will go again. I prefer to go slowly, this way I don't have to repeat most of the time. And then I will take that ball, and oh sorry, you need a size that is similar to your center of the flower, so I will just warm that center and then I will press in the middle. And this is done. I will shape each petal like that. I will go to another layer and repeat the same process for each layer. The same for the small layers, exactly, just it's much smaller petal, so you just go gently, and really you don't have to move that tool too much, because even if you just press, it probably will be fine. So I'm just pressing on that one half of the petal, and then on the side, on the top side in the middle. That's it. So we've got the small and the big. To actually finish off the flowers, I need some flower centers. You can make the flowers out of 2 layers, so you can place them together, glue them together. Maybe do not overlap the petals and create it that way. What I really love to do, I love to have them as 1 layer. I'm using that yoga mat pad for gluing, so I would add a little bit of glue in the middle, and then I would grab a metal or a wooden bead and just press that into the center. Hot glue works really well. You may wait a few seconds for it to dry, but then this flower is finished. I will do 2 layers now. So for 2 layers, I would choose the layers that have the same stamping. Then I would put a little bit of glue in the middle, then another layer on top, and trying to not to overlap the petals. I just want to position it so I've got 2 petals without the texture here. Wait few seconds for glue to dry, and then add another small glue dot and place your bead in the middle. Hot glue works really well with the beads. You may wait few seconds for glue to dry, but then this flower is ready. You can go with the same beads for the smallest flowers. Of course, if you think that the bead is too big, you can look for pearls. Maybe you've got some small broken jewelry. You know, you may have lots of things at home that are good to use with the flowers. I also like to use old buttons. I buy them in charity shops, especially like vintage looking ones. They are very unique and they are great for flower making. So take a look around your craft room. You may have something that can go in the center of the flowers. Of course, you can use stamens. I do use stamens quite a lot, but I think I find these with the beads more interesting. I've die cut few leaves as well out of paper. I do prefer my leaves paper, and the flowers are now ready. Look at them, absolutely gorgeous. I do love how they look. There are small flowers, perfect for so many projects, especially when you do not need big flower compositions. And one thing I want to say, even if you think that your flowers are not perfect, or maybe, you know, some petals are not shaped as good as you think they should be, Do not throw them away, because in the flower composition they will look amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you will find that video inspirational and will get back to my channel soon. Thank you so much. Have a lovely creative day. Bye bye.